Hey Radiant Souls, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Heather. I am an author, artist, animal communicator, intuitive counselor, and channeler. And that last piece is what we're gonna do today. I sat down with my team of guides, actually one of the subgroups of my guides, and they wanted to share some messages today related to the monthly energy forecast and the theme of coherence. So they're going to talk about coherence a little bit. They're going to talk about manifestation. They're going to talk about the perception of time, a little bit about judgment as well. So there's some really nice nuggets in there. It's going to look just like me. I'm wearing the same outfit and everything, but it is me channeling that group. So let's get into that, and I'll be back at the end of the video to check back in. Hello, beautiful friends. We would speak to you today and expand on the topic of coherence. We know that this was part of a monthly energy forecast that the channel provided. We would like to give some more information and dive a little deeper for you. When we look at coherence, we see many in your world at this time are misaligned. They are in misstep. They are out of step with what they desire. It is not a skill that has been taught very frequently in your world. And even things such as the law of attraction or manifestation may not give you the whole picture as we see it. So if you were to just think of frequency, matching a tone for a tone, a note for a note, so to speak. Many of you may have had the game as children where you had cards that showed a picture, and you would flip over one card and then flip it back and try to find its match. We feel that many of you look at manifestation as that same kind of seeking. Here's a glimpse of something that I want. Where else could it be in the board of life? It all lives and resides within you as well as within the field around you. It is for you to call it in and be in coherence with it, which requires you to act as if it has already occurred. One of the main ways you can do this is through gratitude. If you are thankful for something, that assumes and presumes that you already have it. So when you live in a state of gratitude, you are already thankful for the things that have come to you. What are those things that you desire for the future, and how is it that you are thankful for them now? If you are looking at the world around you and seeing its limitations, seeing its sharp edges, seeing where it compresses and oppresses, then you are not thankful for an expanded state. You are not thankful for a world that thrives and vibrates in joy and abundance and peace. Now, this does not mean you turn a blind eye to what is around you, but the more you resonate with it, the more you ingest those ingredients from the world around you, the more that is what your body and your energy and your spirit metabolizes. If you look at it from that perspective, why not feed yourself positivity? Not in a way that is unrooted in reality, but it is your job as a soul at this time to find that which is positive, find that which brings joy, not just to you, but to others, that which can create a different world, the world that you desire to see. It is your job to catalyze, to alchemize, to metabolize those ingredients into something that is then birthed through you in your expression, in your way of being, in your creativity. Many of you are feeling more and more drawn to creativity, whether it is finding artists, finding songs that you like, really feeling into lyrics in songs or poems or writings in a way that you have not previously done. This is your introduction to and resonance with vibration and frequency and coherence. For when someone else has laid down a path of language that feels true to you, it lights up energetic pathways within you and you feel, yes, that is a match to me. So we would challenge you. Each of you has your own unique, beautiful, divine, energetic signature, your radiant light, as we like to call it. How can you put that forth in a way that touches someone else? In a way in which someone else receives it and says, yes, that is someone who is like me. That is someone who is a seeker, who is a creator, who is firmly planted in what is new, not what is old and outdated. Throughout the month of November, you will find that many around you are at a pivotal point. And that does not mean a chaotic pivotal point, although it may for some. We feel that it is a choice point for many of you. It is a cycle of renewal, a cycle of re-choosing and reaffirming and renewing for yourself, almost as if you were resubscribing to a service in your world. What are you ready to renew? What are you ready to sign up for again for the next 6, 8, 14 even months in your world? If you do not wish to see disharmony, if you do not wish to see chaos, if you do not wish to see polarity, do not sign up for that again. Purge your mind of those thoughts and specifically of those words. Many of you feel, see, sense, and know that you want to not live in a world that divides, a world that separates, but instead a world of unity. And yet you will often use language to the contrary. You will say, they didn't do something. They made a choice that I wouldn't have. This other group is different from my group. And in doing that, you place some kind of hierarchy in the world that need not exist. So look into yourselves for where you do that with yourself versus another, your group versus another, your country versus another. In any way that you are looking across or against another group or individual, see how you can shift that within yourself to see your own reflection in that group. Even those who you do not agree with hold a space and an ingredient of yours, or they wouldn't be present in your awareness. So what is it within yourself? If you are putting judgment on someone else for something or another group for something, what within you holds that same frequency and that same resonance? And it may not be an exact match. So if you say, that group made a decision I wouldn't have made, it may not be the specific decision that is the thing you are resonant with, but perhaps they came to that decision out of fear, out of being misguided, out of complacency, out of laziness. So look for yourself. Where do I hold those elements, those ingredients, those notes? And don't do that from a place of judgment of them or you, but just from a place of identification and say, oh, thank you. Thank you for that group for showing me these places in which I can grow, in which I can expand, in which I can heal. And as you expand and grow and heal within yourself, you then create a pathway for the world that you desire. So what are you in coherence with? What do you resonate with? Whether it is something that triggers you or is jarring to you or something that you love. It's very easy for us to say, I'm in coherence with this lovely thing that feels really good for me. But often we have coherence and resonance with things that are not in our highest and best good, but we see them as the enemy, or we see them as the challenge, or we see them as the trauma. It's all an experience that you're metabolizing. So look within yourselves as an opportunity to heal. That is the bright and beautiful work of being human at this time. Another thing we would mention specific to time, many of you have this awareness of there being an ascension or a movement to higher dimensions on a certain timeline. And we would challenge you to look at it from the perspective of How many time zones do you have on your planet at this time? You have very many. And if you were to say someone in a time zone other than me is wrong because they aren't at a certain point in their awareness, that is folly. So why do you see any journey toward ascension, toward growth, toward upliftment as needing to be time dependent? Everyone can come to things in their own time. It does not delay yours. It's not like being in traffic and they're blocking your path. So eyes within to yourself to see what you can heal and what you can grow, and then birth and burst forth into the world with such creative power and excitement and gratitude that it inspires you and it inspires others. We thank you for sharing time with us today and for listening to this transmission. Okay, everybody, I hope you found that helpful. This is me again now after the channeling. Let me know what you thought. I'd love to hear your feedback. Drop me some comments down below. Did you feel or get anything empowering from that? Did you maybe hear something said in a way that you haven't heard it before, or something that maybe reminded you of something you have heard or felt before? I'd love to know. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know that too. Other than that, thanks for spending some time with me and my guides today, and I will see you next time. Have an amazing day. Bye.